Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with more Total Extreme Wrestling here in our 2010 playthrough of WWE. Looking forward to this stream, as today will be bragging rights. As you guys know, if you've been following my universe mode, you know bragging rights are one of my most cherished pay-per-views because it's always fun. Raw vs SmackDown is always fun. Alrighty, so here we go. Another day, another stream, and we've done another week's worth of shows whilst off stream. I was going to go ahead and do another week's worth, but I figured we might show you more of the build-up towards bragging rights and give me an excuse to stream a little bit more. So that's the plan. So 100% we'll get to bragging rights today, and we might even get a week's worth of shows done beyond bragging rights as well, which after that, it is Money in the Bank. So we officially are on the road to Money in the Bank after bragging rights here today. So very exciting to get to Money in the Bank, because Money in the Bank is always very, very exciting. In terms of who's going to win Money in the Bank, we don't know, but it'll be fun to see and find out who does. Alrighty, so let's get into it. Let's show you some of the history. So we'll take you back. Capital Punishment, 93 rated pay-per-view. Randy Orton won the World Heavyweight Championship on that night. He beat The Undertaker, and afterward he hit the punt kick on The Undertaker and put The Undertaker out. He's been out injured ever since. The Miz retained the US title against Booker T. CM Punk retained the WWE Championship against John Cena. Mr. Kennedy made his debut. Melina defeated Beth Phoenix by countout. Mark Henry beat R-Truth to keep the ECW Championship. DX beat Jericho for the tag titles. John Morrison defeated Cody Rhodes, retained the Intercontinental Championship as well. We've had a few other shows in between, but we'll show you the last week's worth that we didn't show you on stream. So, we had a pretty good show, 90 rated. We had CM Punk taunting Randy Orton, because obviously at bragging rights it will be Orton versus Punk. Tyson Kidd beat Paul Burchill, gaining more momentum. Batista bragged about injuring Seth Rollins. And Bret Hart with Tyson Kidd hyped up the match against Drew McIntyre that will take place at bragging rights. We even brought back the Master Lock Challenge, and your favorite, our big favorite, Sweet Puppy Sanchez. Was this his Raw debut? It may have been. But he officially took the Master Lock Challenge, and he was very much so embarrassed. He got passed out and tapped out in about 10 seconds. So it didn't work out too well for him, but he made an appearance. Divas of Doom beat the Bella Twins. Beth Phoenix challenged Katie Lee to a match at bragging rights, which we're going to see. Cena and DX beat CM Punk and the Shredder Society in a 6-man tag match. So a bit of a tune-up match for the 3 men for Team Raw. Please release Sweet Puppy Sanchez besides other guys who replace him and do better. Ooh, you know, hey, that's tough. I mean, Sweet Puppy, he stepped up, took the Master Lock Challenge, and you want to release him after that? If anything, I gotta commend him. That's a big step up. That's a big call. I personally wouldn't have taken it, but he decided he'll take it, and he got embarrassed, but at least he stepped up. ECW. Finlay, Paul Heyman, and Mr. Kennedy, they argued to open things up there. So Mr. Kennedy's kind of been feuding with Finlay to start his ECW career off, and Hornswoggle, I guess. Daniel Bryan beat Primo. Carlito attacked Daniel Bryan, so we're going to do a Daniel Bryan and Carlito feud, I think. Rhino beat Mike Knox. Matt Hardy hyped up his match against MVP. Then Matt Hardy beat Steve Corino, and MVP denied a challenge from Matt Hardy. So Matt Hardy, after he beat Steve Corino, his first match since becoming broken, he challenged Steve Corino, and MVP, who's been talking trash about Matt Hardy for a month, he says, no, I don't want anything to do with it. After seeing how Matt Hardy is now acting and how he's performing in the ring, MVP all of a sudden decides, you know what? This is not for me. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to say no, and I'm just going to go my other way, my separate ways. So after talking trash for a month, he won't step up and take the challenge. And our main event, we had Mr. Kennedy beat Finlay and Hornswoggle. So we did that as a way to make Kennedy look good, essentially. It was 72 rated, not bad. Kennedy was good. The other two, not so much. SmackDown, 91 rated. We had Jericho and Crime Time argue. So Jericho's still trying to figure out if they're going to stay together or not. They're trying to make things work. So Crime Time challenged them this week. Drew McIntyre beat Paul London. Katie Lee hyped a match against Beth. Katie Lee then beat Maria. We hyped up Orton and Punk. Randy Orton taunted CM Punk. John Morrison beat Eric Escobar just to build some momentum for him against The Miz. Edge and Christian have started to plot against Kane and Rey Mysterio. So Edge is getting into the mind of Christian, trying to convince him that he can't trust Kane and Rey Mysterio. And obviously the history between the two, Christian slowly playing the seeds that he may take the turn. Jericho then beat Crime Time, and then the Big Show and Chris Jericho shook hands. So they are on the same page, at least for now. And that's your recap. Take the US title, Miz, off the Miz, and well, let's read that again. Take the US title off the Miz and the IC title of Morrison. They've had it for ages. Well, here's the thing. The IC, the US title, is essentially a way to establish the next guy coming through, the next main event talent. And you've got the US title, the Miz, is now gaining a lot more popularity when he started. He had 80, he's now 83, 84, 85, doing very, very well. So it's working for him. And the IC for Morrison, well, it's done so well for him. He started at 76, and now he's at 86. So he's on fire. So it's worked. What the purpose has worked. So once they get to the point where they're peaked, and they're probably ready to move up the card, which I think Morrison probably is, the Miz very close, then you take the title off them, rather. Morrison's got plenty of guys that can take the title off him, such as Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, Ted DiBiase, Christian, Edge, those guys. Whereas The Miz, not so much on Raw. Probably the guy you'd think about would be Seth Rollins, who's not quite ready yet, not quite there yet. So you've got to try and get him in that position where he is ready to take that championship. Jericho to have a SummerSlam match. Probably, yeah. I think that would be the way to go about it. Edge and Christian vs. DX SummerSlam, that is the match that will be planned, yes. We will be doing that match. So we're starting to set plant the seeds that Edge and Christian are going to reunite, where Edge is trying to convince Christian that he can't trust Kane and Rey Mysterio, that the only guy he can trust around here is him. You know, he's his own, you know, he's his brother essentially, you know, best friends. So, you know, Edge is trying to get in the mind of Christian. You'd like McIntyre to beat Morrison? I think probably Cody Rhodes would be my pick, but Drew McIntyre is certainly not a bad shout. 67 popularity. We're trying to get him up. With Chris Masters as well, with that Master Lock challenge we did with Sweet Papi Sanchez, actually bumped up his popularity. So that might be a segment we'll try and do more frequently, because I would like to push Chris Masters. I've always been a fan of his. So I know, even though it's 2010 when he wasn't as big in size and as menacing, but still, I'd like to give him a bit of a push. So doing more Master Lock challenge might be the way to go about it. But we've got plenty to cover, we've plenty to get into. We'll just kind of keep moving along, and we'll show you as we go. One thing I want to show you before we do move on is Slammiversary 2010. So 84 rated show for TNA, where 17,000 attended, 0.39 buy rate, not too bad. Main event was AJ Styles beating Bobby Lashley for the TNA World Championship, so we retained it. 90 rated matchup there, so well done to those guys. Lashley, unfortunately, he should have been in the WWE, but we didn't get him. He's doing pretty well with AJ Styles, no surprise, probably one of the best workers in the world at the moment. Sting beat Daniels 82, so that's interesting that they've got Daniels losing to Sting, but I guess look at the popularity difference. And Daniels is also 39, so it's not a young, not a young cat at all. 80 for Sting. Some other matches that they had: Jeff Hardy beat Alex Shelley for 86. Chris Sabin 83 against Matt Sydal. Evan Bourne, his son of a bitch that left us. He's got his popularity back to a decent position. But yeah, so there you go. This is a bit of a recap. Sheamus for the US title. I think Sheamus would be the front runner to beat The Miz. Yes, absolutely. Have seen him take the title of Miz into the US Open Challenge. The problem with that is, though, is that who takes the belt off Cena? Who do you can't be a young up-and-coming guy. It's got to be a top-tier name. And I don't like having the US title stuck on a main event talent for too long. I like the mid-carders having it, because it gives them a purpose, it gives them a reason to have matches, it gives them something to challenge for. Otherwise, they're just having matches and they're never getting anywhere near the title, because the popularity difference is so great that it just wouldn't be worth doing. Melina's being a bit cocky backstage. We won't do too much about that. Okay, so last show before bragging rights, and as you can see, we've got the 5 bragging rights matches with Drew McIntyre versus Tyson Kidd. We've got Katie Lee versus Beth Phoenix, the SmackDown vs Raw 6-man tag match, which is Christian, Kane, Ray versus DX and Cena, Morrison versus The Miz, and then Orton versus CM Punk, which for some reason their heat is really, really low, isn't it? So 77, that should be a lot higher. Not sure what the deal is with that. So yeah, the other Raw feud we've got going on is Batista and Rollins, which I'm really enjoying this feud. So young Seth Rollins trying to make his mark by calling out one of Raw's top superstars, Batista. So he's trying to make a name for himself. Can you get Asuka? Done it. Boom, there you go. She's there. I wish I had AJ Styles. Yeah, I do too. It'd be incredible. Mr. Callum, what's up, man? Alright, so let's book. Now, I think to hype up this feud, it'd be great if we could have Orton and Punk against each other again, but maybe you do that on SmackDown. Maybe you have the SmackDown and Raw guys go at it. Or do we have an invasion? What do you guys think? Should we do an invasion, or should we just keep it separated until bragging rights? Because we've had the one interaction. Should we do one more before bragging rights? Give Seth a win over Batista? I think you've got to. I probably wouldn't do it yet at bragging rights. I'd probably have Batista destroy Seth Rollins. Vinay Kuma, it's so boring. Well, here you go. Here's a fucking invitation to get the hell out of here. There you go. An invasion? Yeah, an invasion would be cool. Okay. Alright, so separate on Raw, invasion on SmackDown. I think I agree. We did the one on Raw, and we should probably change it and go and do it on SmackDown. Okay. So we might have... What can we do here? Open the show up. Alright, so we might do Cena, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels trying to plan out and figure out how they're going to win, essentially. Just kind of sorting out the differences and trying to, you know, establish what they're going to do just to open things up. We want to have Batista beat the crap out of someone. We'll go Santino. I don't give a shit about Santino. So Batista can just dominate, just destroy Santino. And then Batista can challenge Seth Rollins to a match. Challenge Seth Rollins because he knows Rollins is injured, so he knows Rollins is not going to be 100%. So he's challenged Rollins to appear at bragging rights. If he wants the match against Batista, the only time he's going to give it to him is when it's at bragging rights. Will you do an old school Let's Play of TW after TNA playthrough? I was thinking about doing an 80s playthrough. I started playing the 80s, but I don't know. And then I tried doing the Attitude Era. I did a 1998 playthrough for a little bit, which I didn't mind, because essentially WWF in 1998 was terrible except for the main event scene. Victoria versus Alicia Fox. But I'm waiting to get a good mod of current day WWE, and I'm thinking about playing through current WWE as my next little TW project. I don't know if I'll stream it, but just for fun. The Miz, John Morrison. No, I wanted to not filter that. Do ECW in the Attitude Era. The problem with that, though, is that you can't sign anyone to a written deal because they're only a regional size. So it's so difficult to make a legitimate competition. I hate it when you can't get written deals from people. I really hate that. I hate working with pay-per-appearance. Tyson Kidd can get another victory. This time he can give him a victory over Joey Mercury. Maybe high spots might work well. Aerial 61, maybe not. The 2009 picture pack's not working. Download a 2012. I used the 2012 picture pack. You should be able to find it online. How long till Roderick Strong's contract is up? I could just get Roderick Strong right now if I wanted to. Could you please check a few TNA contracts like AJ, Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy? AJ has got 3 years, Jeff Hardy's got 3 years, and Kurt Angle's got less than a year, I think. I checked them not long ago. Might have just had Bret Hart cut a promo on Drew McIntyre, since Bret Hart is the manager of Tyson Kidd now. A big main event. Let's. What we might do. Let's have a real big main event. A real big one. And probably the last time we'll be able to do this because we're going to have Jericho, well, split and then switch brands. So, Cena, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, CM Punk, Big Show, Chris Jericho. Man, this would be a freaking good match, to be honest. The reason why I'm doing this as well is to try and build the storyline heat. The storyline heat's dropped, so we need to step this up a bit. Big Show and Jericho aren't officially on any brand yet. I probably would say they're more SmackDown guys, but not officially yet. And I might have CM Punk win. He gets a flash pinfall victory. And then post-match argument. So argument over loss. So they lose, Jericho and Punk win. So then it starts to create that little element of doubt. Can Team Raw get it together? Can Team Raw win? Can they get it together? And number 3. Because I think we already know that Team Raw is probably going to win that match, but this just gives that element of doubt to the fans. Okay, well, shit, they just lost. Maybe they will lose at the pay-per-view. Alright, we just got to cut a bit of time elsewhere so this side can be cut. Alright, let's do it. 100 for the opener. Batista and Santino 69. So Batista 80, still doing well, Batista. Happy with that. 88 for his challenge. That's good. I really like this feud we got going with Batista and Rollins. 66 for Victoria and Alicia. Miz 89. Tyson and Joey 67. Bret Hart 87. That's good. That'll help that feud. And 99 for the DX Cena versus Punk and Jericho. We knew this was going to be big, and it was. Michaels 98, Triple H 96, Cena 100, Jericho 95, Big Show 89, Punk 100. Sign James Storm, having a few with Miz. Can't get James Storm. 91 for the argument over the loss. Overall, 92. Samoa Joe has less than a year on his contract. His contract expires the same time as Kurt Angle. I think Bobby Roode's does as well. So there's going to be one period of time. I think it's in 6 months' time when like maybe 5 to 10 of TNA's top names' contracts all expire at the same time. So we're going to swoop in and we're going to clear out TNA. We're going to sign every freaking person. Maybe. Oh, A-Train. Tori's tricep. Oh, that's only 35 days. Okay. Alright, so that's a pretty good show. Happy with that one. That's what we wanted. Get Dean Ambrose. We have Dean Ambrose. Rey Mysterio for the IC title. You'd have to give it to a heel first, and then Rey Mysterio could take it from him. So Cody Rhodes could get it, for example, then Rey could take it from Cody Rhodes. Is it possible to get a 100 rated match? Yes, we have got one. It's very hard, but we have got one, and it was a match that we really did not expect that would be any good. Shawn Michaels versus The Big Show on a random Raw match. We just did it, and it got 100. I don't think that was meant to get 100, but whatever. So we've actually done that match before. Cena and DX versus Punk and Jericho. I didn't know we had done that already. So it's the second time we've done it, and both times it's been 99. Well, there you go. We did it in March. We did it in June. Well, shit. Awesome. So we know that's a definite good match. So lock that up. If you're looking for a good match, just do that one. There you go. Very nice. Did I do the Master Lock Challenge? Ah, shoot. I forgot. Alright. Damn. I wanted to do that as well because that's been working well. Well, first week worked well. Crap. Alright. Next week. I remember that. Next week. Utilize more of your alliance with New Japan. We did. We had a lot of New Japan guys come in. The problem is they're really low popularity, and there's not a lot you can do with guys with low popularity. So, you know, it is what it is. We try to do what we could with who they've got. They're not going to have good matches if they don't have good popularity at the end of the day. Please sign Finn Balor and Roderick Strong. I don't think we couldn't even get Finn Balor if we wanted to because he's with New Japan and we have that alliance. Finn Balor is getting better though, so he won't be far away. And Roderick Strong's pretty good. 75, 73, 67. So he's got some good stats, no doubt. Mic skills are missing, but some good stats and pretty good popularity. So he's someone we'll keep an eye on. We don't really need him right now. And plus, you don't want to poach Ring of Honor either, but he's someone who is going to get close to signing. Do a Dragon Gate on New Japan? I don't really know anything about those companies, so they don't really interest me. I have to know something about them for it to interest me, really. Quick little look at some popularity. So Batista's been going up, hasn't he? 84, 85 now. I think he went down to 82 at one point. Yeah, he did. So the last couple months has really worked well. So surprisingly, a Seth Rollins feud has done really well for Batista. Could you imagine that? That's quite crazy when you think about it. Feuding with a newcomer has gotten your popularity up. Normally it'd be the other way around. So that's really good news. Just want to check some of the guys who are involved in that great matchup on Raw. Michael's doing well. Triple H. With The Miz. Yep. Triple H. Triple H nearly back to 100. Cena's dipped a lit lately, but we're going to try and get him back up. CM Punk going really well. Yes, it's all going nicely. Ring of Honor. Again, don't know a hell of a lot about them, but they would be more likely. But, I don't know. How's Muhammad Hassan doing? So Muhammad Hassan, 62 popularity, hasn't changed, but his skills are getting there. You can see his brawling hasn't changed, but these lower end skills are getting there. Chain wrestling 33 to 50, hardcore 22 to 32. So he's really progressing nicely. Unfortunately, his stats at the moment are really not great. Also, his star quality went down because he gained a lot of weight. But we've changed that back to him becoming muscular again. So his star quality has now improved again. So he's getting back into shape and improving. So hopefully we can get Hassan in a good position soon. I don't think he's main roster ready just yet, but it'd be great. What companies do you think you'd play with after the TNA playthrough? Honestly, haven't thought about it. Like, for current day, I definitely wouldn't do any other company other than WWE because it's so hard. I mean, I've tried to do TNA many times. I just can't do it. I just can't sign anyone to a written deal. So you just, it's so hard to keep people and utilize them. Possible for an old school, I could do someone else. WCW always interests me. I have done a WCW playthrough, a 4-year playthrough WCW, so I'm not sure. But we'll see. ECW, as I said, yeah. I haven't really done ECW, so that's something I could definitely do. So we might have MVP have, what was his call? The MVP Lounge? Something like that. His talk show. And Matt Hardy can be on it. Because we don't have an ECW title feud at the moment, because we're in that tricky transition at the moment where we don't want to execute a feud, but we also want to keep building up our other top names. The MVP wanted to be scripted? No. VIP Lounge. Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks. Please do a current day W series. I'm thinking about doing it. I want to do it. I think it'd be good for you guys because you know everyone in it and you can connect with the series really easily. So it'd be good for you guys to watch it. But I'm just not 100% sure just yet if I want to do a series on it or just play it normally. I'm waiting for a good mod. Unfortunately, the person that I like, person who makes the mod isn't making the mods anymore. Well, he's delaying it until the end of the month anyways, so unless I'm patient, it's not happening just yet. So I might have Mr. Kennedy cut a promo on Paul Heyman, since he's been dealing with Heyman. Heyman keeps throwing him opponents. Kennedy keeps beating him. This week, Heyman can give him gold dust. Or... yeah, we'll give gold dust to him. So it'll be a tough match for Kennedy. Make Kennedy work for it a bit and give him the victory. Would I ever do an Attitude Era series? Absolutely. I haven't done a full playthrough of the Attitude Era, so it's certainly something I could definitely see myself playing. I started playing it not long ago. I did about 3 months of it, and then I just started playing something else, but certainly something I wouldn't be against doing. Daniel Bryan, Carlito. Some of Carlito cut a promo on Daniel Bryan, taunting him. And Daniel Bryan... yeah, Carlito can get a victory over Justin Gabriel. Because Daniel Bryan got beat up last week, so you could act like Daniel Bryan isn't in the building tonight because he's hurt, or he's can't wrestle tonight because he's hurt. And then Daniel Bryan can come out and hit his finisher on Carlito, essentially. Can he ever turn face? Very unlikely, no. So main events. Main event. Let's give Matt Hardy another match. Let's give him one. Should we give him the champ, Mark Henry? Because I'm thinking MVP doesn't want to fight Matt Hardy, but his big bad champion of a sidekick or tag partner will do it for him. Mark Henry steps up to do the job for MVP because he's too afraid to fight Matt Hardy because he's now a wacko. And maybe that gives us a title feud. Matt Hardy and Mark Henry. Or do we save this? Maybe we give Broken Matt a shock victory over Mark Henry. Pulls off an upset win over Mark Henry, beats him, flash pinfall, so protect Henry, or maybe a DQ finish. Alright, so we might give him a DQ win, and it'll make MVP interfere. So Mark Henry looks like he could lose, and then MVP steps in. Oh, Mark Henry, why are you so angry for? I have the Who and Flelish real mod, or however you say that. I use the Flelish or Fleely-ish. I use his mods. The Who's mods is really bad. I really don't like that because his stats for everyone is really, really bad. But the other guys is really good. But unfortunately, he's not making them anymore. Yeah, why are you mad, Mark? Come on. Outside interference finish. Very unhappy. Ooh. We can't keep him strong, can we? Because that'll really ruin it. Well, yeah, we might do that. Keep him strong. Because at the end of the day, it's just an ECW match. Like, it's a TV match. Not a big deal. It's just to advance the storyline as well. So Broken Heart, he gets a surprise win, and then we might do a 2-on-1 beatdown afterwards. Beatdown, 2-on-1. So Broken Matt, being all crazy and everything, has surprised everyone by how good he's been, and he almost beats Mark Henry. Do a comedy scene where wanting joins DX. Who's wanting? Like, what do you mean? Gets laid out. Say that again, and I'll consider it. 87 for the opener, so the VIP lounge, which is good. Good way to keep the feud going nicely. 68 for the Dudley, Bubba Ray rather, and Charlie Haas. That's good. Kennedy 83, good promo. Kennedy and Goldust 81, very good. Kennedy and Goldust have great chemistry. Wow, okay. Mr. Kennedy 84, wow. Goldust 70, that's good from both guys, really good. So that's a feud that we might do now. I think that's probably what we should do next. Once Kennedy's done with Finley, which he pretty much is, maybe move him on to Goldust and Hurricane for a little bit. Carlito taunting Dan O'Brien. Carlito beats Gabriel with a 75 rated match. Carlito 75. Wow. That's a big improvement from Carlito. There you go. 76 for the promo, or the beatdown, sorry, afterwards. Broken Matt and Mark Henry 81. So Mark Henry 86. Broken Matt 77. That's a good match. That's good. Both good performances. Very good. And 86 for the beatdown afterwards. 82. That's a good ECW. That's probably one of our best ECWs. Very, very good. So, do a comedy scene where Santino wants to join DX but gets laid out. So that's what he was trying to say. Yeah, you could do something like that, but you probably want more of a heel to do it than a babyface. Very good from Kennedy. So let's have a look at Mark Henry. Let's see if he went down and pop. I don't think so. Broken Matt, certainly on the rise. This change of gimmicks really helping Matt Hardy out a lot. You can see before the change, he started at 73. He went down to 71, and we just couldn't get him up. He's stuck at 71. And you can see in June we've executed the turn, the change. He's gone from 72, and now up to 75, 76-ish. Very, very good. So it goes to show, if you do make a turn, it can really change someone's career run, as you would expect, as it happens in real life. If you make a good, successful turn, a change in someone's character, it can certainly help and almost salvage a career. So it's very helpful, very, very handy. Matt Hardy is certainly reaping the benefits because of it. Alright. Anything else? Mr. Kennedy, so look at him. Still around 73, so we'd like to get Kennedy around 80 as soon as we can. Alright, so let's advance. No other news, so let's move on. So one more show, and then we have bragging rights. So SmackDown, then it's bragging rights time. Daniel Bryan wants a pay rise. He wants a $5,000 pay rise. Wow. Is Daniel Bryan worth a pay rise? Yeah, we'll give it to him. Hornswoggle, we're actually going to give him a contract extension. Can you believe that? Yes, we are giving him a contract extension for 3 months pay per appearance. Basically because we want to have him lose a little bit more before we kick him out the door. And also, Edge's contract was up. And TNA wanted to throw money at him, but immediately dropped out because they couldn't afford him. So, we're keeping Edge for another 3 years. Easy. Easy, easy. Will I do any romance storylines? Will we find the right people? Yes. The right combination. FCW. Bray Wyatt. Yes, Bray Wyatt's actually the new FCW champion as well. I don't think I showed you guys that, but he's a tag champ and the heavyweight champ, so Bray Wyatt's on fire. So romance angles, well, let's have a look. Let's see. House shows. Let's test some combinations. What's some combinations that you guys would like to see? Is there any combinations that of a male and a female that you think could work? We'll try it out on the house shows. So, doesn't Edge retire soon? Yes, but this is an alternative universe where Edge probably won't retire unless he gets a major injury, but that would be very, very strange. Santino and someone. Santino. Let's go Santino and wow, CM Punk and Serena. Serena's in FCW. Brie and Daniel. Okay, Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. Let's do that one. Dolph Ziggler and Eve. Okay. Rollins and The Miz as partners. Okay. Morrison and Melina. I'm not touching that one. No, that's not going to work. Try pair of guy, Rosa Mendes. Carlito and Primo are with Rosa Mendes. Sweet Papi Sanchez, the Lady Killer. Ooh. Dolph and Nikki. I already some good Dolph. Santino and Vicky. All right, that would be interesting. Becky and Drew. Okay. Becky Lynch and Kane. Ooh. What about Kane and Maria? Let's see that one. That could be interesting. The Ditzy Maria versus the Big Bad Kane. Any tag teams or any combinations you'd like to see? Trying to think. Let's have a look. Nikki and Drew. What about Nikki and John Cena? Let's see if they have any chemistry. Matt Hardy and Raven. Oh yeah, that could work. Oh, Raven doesn't work house shows, so we can't test that. Kofi and R-Truth. I think that we've already seen that. I think it's been somewhat successful. Cesaro and Jack Swagger. Yeah, okay. Cody and Ziggler. Have we got... No, we've already used Dolph Ziggler. Can you do two? I don't know. No. Alright, that might do us. fix Drew and Becky. Did we mess that up? Yeah, we did. It won't let me remove it. Why won't it let me remove it? Oh well, it won't let me remove it for some reason. I'll try it now. Alright. Alrighty. Is Trish Stratus in the game? Yeah, we have her under contract, but we haven't really done anything with her yet, to be honest. We probably should. We've underutilized her big time. I don't even think she's had a match yet. No. We're gonna have her team with Mickie James, but we've kind of held off on that for a little bit. Okay, so Cody Rhodes' contract is ending. Definitely want to re-sign him, so I'm going to give him a 2-year deal. I think TNA might throw some money at him, so we'll renegotiate, but we'll give him 2 years for now. New Japan has offered Kenta a contract. A written deal for 2 years. Ooh. Well, maybe it's time to pull the trigger on Kenta and bring him over to the WWE. He's still 29. He's still very young, isn't he? Unlike now, he's very good. What do you guys think? Get Kenta? Don't let Japan take him? You should do an angle of bragging rights where both general managers argued to get Brock Lesnar. It's not a bad idea, but the problem is you don't get Lesnar for another 9 months, so it's not a bad idea. Maybe we could do that as a way to use Lesnar. You guys want me to get him? Alright, so let's do it. Nope. Bring it back up. So we won't let Japan take him, so we'll give him a 3-year, give him a 4-year deal. Oh, the problem is they're going to give him a shitload of money. Oh, we're not getting him. There's no way. They're offering him so much money. Vince won't let me go that high, will he? No way. Vince won't even let me, give him a $20 note, let alone 15 grand. Yeah, 5 grand tops. Oh, shit. Yeah, we're not getting him. No chance. No. The only way we could use him is by talent trades. You could do something stupid like this, wage matching. Even if we gave him wage matching, which would be like 80 grand, he still wouldn't sign. God. Yeah, we're not getting him. Japan giving him 15 grand essentially. The reason being for that is because his Japanese popularity is 74, his American's 30, so his base price in America is only about 5 grand, whereas Japan's obviously a lot higher, so that's why Japan's going to win every time if they do offer him a deal. Edge is sticking around, which is good news. We're giving him a 3-year deal for was it $50,000? $54,000 per month. It's pretty decent. You should include ECW in bragging rights. Yeah, you should, but probably not this year. We might have... Actually, I don't know. I might just leave him completely off of it. What's your favourite pay-per-view of all time? I don't know. ECW invade bragging rights at the end. That could be interesting. ECW come out at the end to remind everyone that they're there. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. What's the payoff, though? Is it a pay-per-view for ECW? Do you do one night stand and have ECW compete against Raw and SmackDown guys? Maybe. They used to do that back in the original one night stands. Some ECW guys would compete. Would you hire more skilled wrestlers from overseas and locally, or is popularity too much of a problem? Popularity is everything. You can get someone to 40 popularity instantly, because that's the base popularity for someone with the size of the company that we have. So if you sign, let's say if we sign Kenta, he has 30 pop, he would get to 40 popularity basically instantly if he had a match. So you could hire anyone. So you could hire Amy Vitale, who has 5 pop. You could hire her, and within 3 or 4 matches, she'd have 40 popularity. So that's fine, but 40 popularity doesn't really cut it. 40 popularity is a job guy popularity in our company. So popularity is very crucial. It's not everything, because you can improve it, but it will take a long time to improve. But if you feel like someone is very skillful and is worth that long-term investment, then you do it. But let's say someone is, old and not really good anymore, it's not really worth the investment, because you might only get one year before they retire or something. Or if they're not very skilled, you might invest 3 years to get them to 80 popularity, and they might be still shit. So, whereas these guys here, these guys all have some popularity. They're more older though, as you can see. So you bring them in, they've got popularity, so they'll have a good base match, but then after that, it'll factor in their skill set. So mainly popularity is everything when it comes to WWE. If you were, for example, TNA or Ring of Honor, ring work is everything, or popularity and ring work is rated equally. Get Alex Shelley. No, he's with TNA still. If he leaves TNA, maybe. Even then, I probably wouldn't bring him in. Plus, he's with Japan. We can't sign him if he's with Japan. When is bragging rights? We are 1 show away, my friend. Just be patient. Hire the machine guns? Nah. Sign Trump, make him ECW GM, make ECW great again. That would work, but no. Why does Vince have a major morale issue? It's because we signed Shane McMahon. Vince is pissed that we signed his own son. Yes, I'm saying that correct. He's pissed that we signed his own son. Vince McMahon for you, ladies and gentlemen. So, we might do an invasion here today. So, invasion, we haven't got anything for it. Maybe we do have that. Brand invasion. No. So brand invasion. So our brand is here to basically to wreak havoc and just destroy the show. So we might have 8 of Raw's guys show up, for example. 8 of Raw's guys show up, and we'll see what they can do. So and then afterwards we might do another segment where they start to go backstage and beat people up. BrendenPlayz beats up Miss McMahon. They have a Mania match, and the winner gets the company. Yeah. I think Vince will whip my ass. You see the size of that man? He is huge. Even in 2011, he'd still kick my butt. 2010. So I ain't doing that. Alright, so turn brands off. So CM Punk, John Cena, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, some of the big names, the heavyweights show up. Miz. Who else would be interested in this brand thing? Some of the women, yeah. Beth Phoenix, Tyson Kidd. Anyone else? Future superstar, Tyson Kidd, John Moore, The Miz. I think that's about it. Maybe Stephanie McMahon, so she can be there leading the charge. You just made the last. Oh, a donation coming in. A beautiful donation. I'm glad you were able to catch the stream, man. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the donation. Really, really appreciate that. You just made the list. So we invade the show. One second, I just need to quickly check something. You should make your commentary stats because you're better than what you think. Ooh, thanks for the compliment. Appreciate that. Don't know about that, but I'll take it. I appreciate your compliment. I'm glad somebody likes my commentary. My commentary on the TNA playthrough actually has risen to 64, I think, just from natural progression. So, hey, I'm getting better. I'm getting better on TNA. I don't think I've done anything on this one, though. So, we just need to give moderator to the gentleman who donated to me. So, if you did donate, just saying, can you just chuck your name in the chat, write something in the chat so I can give you moderator. I would appreciate that. You would say your commentary stats around 80. Oh, 80! Wow, that's a big call. So we're going to do something similar to what SmackDown did on the Survivor Series thing, where they just go backstage and just beat people up. Backstage assault. Alright. Alrighty, so we've got a backstage assault. Change that to a defeat and a success. Actually might make that a major success for the Raw guys. Alright, boom, let's do that. So we might have done Cena, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, The Miz. Actually, might leave Cena out of it and have CM Punk. Actually, no. We'll put actually, no. What we'll do? So we'll put Randy Orton, Ray, Kane, and John Morrison, and Christian can avoid it. Christian finds a way to get out of there. And so that'll lead to even more confusion, like, oh, why weren't you there? Why didn't you come help? And make them hate Christian even more. So we might just turn brands off for a little bit. Have ECW do the same thing at Brag Rights. Have Orton and Punk fight. Henry's music hits. And bang. Yeah, you're not wrong. So this guy who donated, did he type in the chat? I missed that. I wasn't paying attention again. So if you donated, make sure you write some in the chat for me. I appreciate it. Maybe I'll just look at the chat. People watching. If not, well, don't see it. We'll give Becky a match, and she can take on Katie Lee, obviously leading to Beth attacking afterwards. So Katie Lee can win, and then post-match attack. So we'll have Angelina and Katie Lee get beat up by Beth and Natalia. The Divas of Doom beat up. We might do back an angle. Could we do like a video like where Christian's shown leaving the building? Like worker leaves, like someone leaves the building, like so Christian's shown leaving the building, so he doesn't want to fight. He's gone. He's gone. So Christian just completely leaves his team high and dry. He says, "Nope, I'm not doing this. I'm getting out of here." So he's got his bag with him, and he's getting the hell out of there. So we might do... Might do a matchup where Drew McIntyre, Zack Ryder. We'll do something a little bit different here. So he knows Tyson Kidd's in the building, so he's going to call out. So call out and shake hands. So Drew McIntyre will call out Tyson Kidd, who'll come out and shake the hand of Drew McIntyre. Such as Tyson Kidd's a babyface, so him attacking would be right. So he's going to call out Tyson Kidd, and he's going to shake Drew McIntyre's hand before the match. So they show a bit of respect to one another. And Drew attacks Tyson. Well, Drew's slowly turning, so Drew's showing more babyface tendencies as of late because he's getting very close to turning. So we probably won't do that. Normally, yes, he would. So they shake hands. We need to have a big matchup. So we could do a big match, a Raw and SmackDown match. So we might have Authority books a match. We could even have Authority gets attacked. We haven't got anything like that, have we? We could just say we could do this one here, but instead of title match, just make it books a match. So we'll have a one-on-one match to close things out. So should we do a Raw versus SmackDown match? Because they're both, we all know they're in the building. So he says, you know what? Teddy Long wants to just get the bad blood out of the way. So let's do it. So there, Teddy Long books a match between, well, maybe we'll give CM Punk a match against Cody. I know it's heel versus heel. Or isn't Shane a figure? Yes, but not officially yet. Cena and Randy. They're not feuding. Cena and Orton. What do you guys think, Cena and Orton? Alright. If you guys want to see it, with the people what they want. And forget about this, they've muddled this up, so... Nah, I won't even... Teddy Long books a singles match. So you guys think Cena on? Alright. We'll have it be a draw. John Cena, Randy Orton. Pay-per-view quality match though, but draw. Could you do a spectacle? Nah, we probably don't need to. Double DQ finish. John Cena gets attacked by Kane. Kane can get up and attack Cena. And then we'll have a big brawl to finish. Or maybe like a save from an attack. Save from attack. Teddy Long's got to book a tag match. Yeah, you're not wrong. Teddy Long likes his tag matches. We're trying to sort Teddy out. We're trying to straighten him out a bit. So we might just write it up. So. Oh, another donation coming in. Thank you very much. It's from... my name is Bailey Cook in the chat. Oh, alright, Bailey Cook. We've got to get you that moderator. Sir, let's hook you up. We see his name. Oh, there he is. Alright, so... just write something in the chat for me, man, so then I'll be able to see it. There we go. Thank you very much for the donation, sir. Really, really appreciate that. More than you know. And... yes, I didn't see it, so thank you very much. Okay, so... let's do this. We've got a brawl. How do we want to do this? So we're going to have... save from... brawl. So, just the... Calvary. I don't know if I'm spelling that right. I don't care. Calvary. So I have a couple of SmackDown guys come in for the save. So it's a bit of a 3-on-1, 3-on-2 situation. Okay, so that will do. So that at the end of the day, the SmackDown guys end up getting some revenge. A number of superstars come out to save. Their partners, I guess I could say. On a beatdown. They're not partners, but we'll just say that. Just for to keep their namesake. There we go, just something quick. We know what we're doing it. We know why we want it. We just quickly do it so we can get moving on. Alright, so John Morrison, Kane, Ray. Actually, no. Randy and Kane get beaten down by John Cena, CM Punk, and The Miz. So Kane, someone else other than Kane. Someone else other than Kane. Not Christian, not Edge, they don't care. What's another top babyface? Who am I forgetting about? Who else have we got? Who can fill this role? John Morrison, Ray. Can't need a Christian, didn't we? Christian's left the building though, he's gone. Megan Hornswoggle? Yeah, no. Drew McIntyre. So I just need to cut a couple minutes. So lots of brand versus brand stuff, which should set up nicely for the end. So 100 for the invasion. So open up show and all these Raw guys are here, which would be pretty odd, wouldn't it? 92 for the beatdown backstage. So that will help out our segments. So 4 of our segments get a bit of an improvement. Helps out a lot. 71 for Becky and Katie. Katie Lee 75, very good. 75 for the attack afterwards. Christian 84, he's out of here. See you later. Gone. And that could almost be a heel turn in itself. Drew McIntyre, Zach. Pretty good. 86 for the shaking of hands. That's very good. That's actually really good for their popularity. So, fortunately, Drew's face performance is really poor, so it's hurting his turn potential. We might have to edit that. 88 for Cena, Orton, Teddy Long, aka Teddy Long, setting up that that matchup. The match itself just 89. I guess with the double DQ finish, lots of run-ins, lots of shenanigans. Cena 99, Orton 100. So it could have been a lot better, but still good. Still good at the end of the day. 90 for the attack afterwards. So. Bit of craziness, bit of shenanigans all over the place, essentially. That's kind of what you'd expect from an invasion. Just the show's interrupted, the show's not how it would normally be, the show's crazy, the show's all over the shop. So that's kind of how I see an invasion. Attacks, you know, people coming to save, people trying to help out, etc., etc. So, things like that. Alright, so now we're getting ready for bragging rights. So we're going to have just one more show. Here's someone. This is a guy that you guys might know about. Okada. Before he really got big, before he became the star that he is, you could poach him away right now and bring him to the WWE. Get him away from New Japan. His stats, though, aren't really that great at the moment, to be fair. Nah, they're nothing special. Cody Rhodes, TNA want Cody Rhodes. No, TNA, get your sticky fingers off Cody Rhodes. Get away from this man. He's ours. He's ours. He's not coming to TNA. Alright, so we should be able to keep him with that deal. Doug Williams, 37. Terminal disease, that's not good. He'll be out for 8 months. Yep, not touching that. See you later, Doug. We're not having you. 30 rating. That's a big rating for SmackDown. Alright, anything else happening? Matt Jackson's rising. Okay. What's his match history? 74? Not bad. Popularity? 48? Yeah, it's not rising much, but he's rising. Becky James and Fergal Devitt are dating. Who's Becky James? Can't click on that? No. Don't care that much to check it out. Hello, I'm Spanish, or hello, I'm English. TNA, go away! Really? Come on! You can't afford this man. Alright, he doesn't care about their offer. There you go. They couldn't afford him. They can't get him. He's staying right here in the WWE. He's not going to TNA. Not yet, anyway. Maybe one day, but not yet. Ring of Honor, 61 for their show. Young Bucks beat the Embassy. David Richards beat Delirious. Romero, Davis, Aries beat Payne, Dempsey, and Young. It's kind of a bit of a gauge of how Ring of Honor's doing. What's up, Michael? Cowell. Cowell? What's up, man? Best of the Super Juniors. Let's take a look at New Japan. 94. Nakamura beating Chono. 94 rated. God. Can we get Nakamura? Well, that'd be nice. 30 years of age. Look at the stats. So good. Brilliant. Only 65 charisma. That's interesting. Mid-50s for popularity. It's pretty good, actually. 84 for Japan. So you'd never get him unless Japan, for whatever stupid reason, didn't want him. They'd end up signing Kevin Steen and Sammy El Generico. Did I get El Generico? No, but I did get Kevin Owens. I think Generico wasn't good enough yet, whereas Owens is more ready. Yeah. Yes, I don't know. Let's have a look at Kevin Owens. Was it 35 of his pop? Yeah, so he's probably not ready to move up just yet. Sign CM Punk? Oh, yeah, okay. Let's sign the world champion of the WWE. Yeah, okay. I will try and sign him. Let's give that a crack. Here we go. Negotiate. Oh, done it. Completed. I got him. I got CM Punk. Yay. I'm being a dick, but yeah, we have CM Punk. AJ Styles? Can't do it. I wish. How's Neville in this game? I'm very close to signing Neville. He's very much so nearly ready. Very good aerial, good flashiness, good enough in the other areas. He's very close. The problem is, though, he's working so many different promotions, so he's already improving quite nicely in his skills, as you can see. His skills are going up without the need for me to have him in developmental. And I always like to have other guys working in different promotions. As long as it's not TNA, as long as they're on a pay-per-appearance deal and I can get them when I want them, that's good. So if they're working in other promotions, gaining more experience, getting better, I'm always happy for that. Then I don't have to pay them, and they're getting better. Win-win. 28 popularity for Pac. How did you manage to get Punk? I don't know, man. That was incredible. Wow. I pulled that off, didn't I? Tommy End. Aleister Black. Still very young and not very good yet. No. Too soon for Tommy End. Oh my god, he signed the W Champion CM Punk for W. Yes! You're kidding me! I signed him! Check the Usos? Okay. Not bad. Good basics. Aerial's okay. Yeah, they're not great. Let's have a look at their progression. Are they progressing still? Jay Uso? He's getting better, so it's definitely a lot of progression there. So it's good that they're still in there. So Jay thinks he's ready. Jimmy Uso doesn't think he's ready yet. And I probably would say Jay might be better in some areas. TV might be better in other areas. So you should get Braun Strowman. Think about it. When did Braun Strowman debut? And think about what year we're currently playing in, and then you tell me if I can get Braun Strowman. I'll wait. How's TJP? Very young, very, very young. At least we have a good backstage rating. I'm like, actually no, individually on each brand it's terrible backstage rating, but overall, when all the brands come together, it's good. Thank Christ. If you have a cruiserweight division, no, I don't. Is Emma Moon in it? Yes, I have her signed. How's La Sombra? Very young. Brody Lee, I have him, I believe. Luke Harper? I don't have him. Ooh. Call Ryback up? Yeah. Ryback's not quite ready yet. Apollo Crews? I don't think Apollo Crews is in the game yet. Alright, bragging rights. So we might start off with the IC in the US title. John Morrison. It's always a good match to start off here. Let's give it some time. John Morrison will win, and that will give SmackDown win number 1 for the night. And we might have backstage we might just have, you know, backstage with Teddy Long, the authority figures backstage, just kind of reacting about the match. The scene backstage, and then you could just imagine the rest. Alright, so Stephanie, Teddy Long, a couple minutes there. Rusev, I have Rusev. Sign Cena, I heard that guy is good. I'll give him an offer. I'll see if he wants to. What else can we do? Should we do MVP and Matt Hardy now, or we could do that later, or just not have ECW featured at all? Probably not have them at all, and then maybe a feature at the end. We might have the women's, so Katie Lee versus Beth. We've got to think about who's going to win what matches. So the future superstar Drew McIntyre is going to win. John Morrison's going to win, so that's 2 wins for SmackDown. CM Punk will beat Randy Orton, so that's a win for Raw. Raw will win the 6-man tag, and then I guess we'll put a 1 in the chat. 1 in the chat if Raw should win. Put a 2 in the chat if SmackDown should win. Because this match here could go either way. Katie Lee and Beth, you could pick either. It doesn't matter. So Raw should win. Lots of 1s. A lot more 1s. Yeah, a lot of people thinking Raw. Here comes some 2s. Oh, a fair few 2s coming in. Tough. It's tight now. It's actually a lot more 2s. I think at the moment SmackDown probably is the better brand, so Raw winning, not bad. Alright, so that's 50-50. I don't know. We kind of need a poll, but we don't really have one. Alright, we'll go with a straw poll. Alright, let's do that. It's so hard to see. There's like a ridiculous amount of Here you go, guys. Here's a straw poll. Vote for that and we'll decide. So we don't have a winner there. We'll come back to that. We might do... yeah, we'll do a hype video. Batista and Rollins. Batista and Seth Rollins. So Batista's challenge Rollins. Will he come out? I'm going to have Batista just annihilate Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, who's already injured, comes out, just gets destroyed by Batista. Don't assign a winner, let the game decide. Ooh, that's interesting. So 66% are saying SmackDown, 33% are saying Raw. I'll refresh a couple more times. 55% SmackDown, 44% Raw. I'll give you another minute or two. Might have Jericho and Big Show just kind of self-hype it. So they can self-hype it there, and they can hype up each other. Alright, so the winner of this poll is 60% SmackDown, 40% Raw. SmackDown will win bragging rights. So we will change that to Katie Lee beating Beth Phoenix. And Drew McIntyre versus Tyson Kidd. Give Drew the victory. So we might have Stephanie. Oh. So Bret Hart can psych up Tyson Kidd before his match. Tyson Kidd still loses though. What else have we got? We've got just the 6-man tag and the world title match to go. Unless we want to do something else, like ECW, but we don't really going to do that just yet. So, how much time have we got left on the card? Wow, lots of time. So let's hype up this 6-man tag. We might do a segment with Christian as well. Alright, so Christian... Here we go, this could work. Christian makes a peace offering to... Actually, we'll change that. So Christian will come backstage, approach Rey Mysterio and Kane, and offer a peace offering. So, hey, I'm sorry I wasn't there on SmackDown, but I'm here now. Let's get the job done. Let's win here tonight. So that we do the match and give Cena the pin for victory and let Kane take the pin. And Christian can turn on Ray. Oh, Kane. Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Wrong way around. Christian. Turn on Kane. Kane should be turned on by Christian. So Christian attacks Kane. Costs his team the match. Christian turns... Oh, I hope he'll turn heel in that match. And then afterwards... Teddy Long will be pissed. Teddy Long's just pissed off at Christian. So, does he fire him? Maybe not. Or does he... So an authority figure is furious at another... Fuck, can I spell? Another worker. Furious at Christian. So Teddy Long is pissed off. And basically, it leads to the, like, okay, what's his punishment going to be? And we'll figure that out on SmackDown. Calm down, Teddy. You already have 3 wins. We have 3 wins? Is that right? Did I mess that up? Is that true? Oh, Beth thinks it's got to be Katie Lee. Yeah, true. Randy Orton. Yeah. Whoops. Alright. So, Morrison 1 for SmackDown, 1 for Raw, 2 for SmackDown, 1 for Raw, 2 and 2, yep, okay. CM Punk beats Randy Orton. So we'll have a little clip showing Randy Orton getting ready for his match. Just to hype that up a little bit, just to fill in a bit of time. And then we'll have another invasion, I guess. I guess we'll just write it. So we'll have ECW invade. Okay, so ECW invades after the CM Punk and Orton match and beat both champions down, reminding the WWE Universe that they are not to be taken lightly and are here as official competition to Raw and SmackDown. So this is officially the day where ECW becomes legitimate competition to Raw and SmackDown. So they've been the minor show for a while now, and we'll use this as a way to have them attack and officially become legit competition. And we'll just put that, so I can't bother typing it again. Okay, so you need to change the women's match. I already have. Keep up. Let's do it. So Mark Henry, Kofi, Mr. Kennedy, Broken. Actually, we might not put Matt. We won't put Matt Hardy because it wouldn't make sense. Shelton Benjamin. Who else we got in ECW? Be nice about Rob Van Dam. Can we use Rob Van Dam? Probably not. We'll try. Yeah, we can use RVD. That's cool. So we might have RVD even appear as a surprise appearance as well. Be cool. Orton's supposed to go over. Oh, that's right. You guys want Orton to win. All right. Shit. I was gonna Punk win. You guys want Orton to win? Fair enough. Give the people what they want. Alright, so let's have a look. Morrison wins. 1 to SmackDown. Beth Phoenix wins. 1 to Raw. Drew McIntyre wins. 2 to SmackDown. 1 to Raw. Team Raw wins. 2 all. Randy wins. SmackDown wins. Bragging rights. ECW then evade to ruin the celebration. Everyone else in the last singles off screen. Good pickup. Thanks for that. Oh no, oh god, I gotta write it all again. Because I can't clone that. Can I clone it? No. Shit. Damn it. That's annoying. Let's try that again. Ugh. Sorry about that. So much to add in. So annoying when you. This is why I hate adding segments. Try use the ones they've given me. Because it takes forever. Okay, are we good now? Let's hope. Who's the last one? Kofi. Alright. Oh, that's why RVD worked, because he didn't appear on screen. Okay. Who else we got? Who's the other name? I swear I'm missing someone in ECW. They are off screen and Teddy and Christian. Oh, God! Why did I name them Overness? Oh, I don't know. I'm not thinking. Sorry. My bad. I'm missing everything. Give me a break. It's 2:30 a.m. I'm trying my best. Sorry. Carlito. Gotta be someone better than Carlito. We'll go Tommy Dreamer. Mr. ECW himself. So I messed this one up, did I? Alright, so we can redo that one. What did I call that one? Authority is Furious. Shit. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? So Theatre Long. This is why pay-per-views take forever. God, there's a lot that goes in it. Theatre Long is pissed at Christian. Okay. For the love of God, please tell me I've got this correct. Anyone else? I think a lot of these guys, all the ECW guys are going to be pissed that they went on this card. But actually, no, a few of them had an appearance, so we should be okay. You forgot Matt. I'm not doing Matt. Because Matt Hardy's feuding with Mark Henry and MVP, so why would he stand next to MVP and Mark Henry and pretend like they're friends just because they're invading? So, nah. Wouldn't make sense. We're in the business of making sense here. We're trying. Even though I'm not making sense lately. Let's give Dolph Ziggler a match, just to make him happy. Dolph Ziggler can take on Yoshitatsu, just a whatever match. Not a bragging rights match, just a whatever match. Give Ziggler a win on the pre-show. Mr. Pre-show Dolph Ziggler. Alright, I'm hoping I got this right. If not, here's what it is. We're doing it. 74 for the Ziggler match. Miz and Morrison, 89. So they had pretty good chemistry. That's good. Miz, 90. Morrison, 93. Very good performances, actually. Well done. Nice work. 84 for the Teddy and Steph segment. Katie Lee and Beth Phoenix, 81. Katie Lee and Beth Phoenix have great chemistry. Wow. Katie, 80. 75 for Beth. 81 overall. Heel versus heel, remember, as well. So if this wasn't heel versus heel, it probably gets a little bit higher. Very, very good. Very good. Hype video for Rollins and Batista. 79 in a 7-minute match. Pretty good. Batista seemed off his game. Well, Rollins is getting better at his gimmick. Batista 81, Seth Rollins 70. Batista beat the shit out of Seth Rollins pretty comfortably, winning that match. 93 for the Jericho Big Show, hyping themselves up. Just to get them on the card. Bret Hart hyping up, sucking up Tyson Kidd 73. Drew and Tyson, that's pretty good. 80 for the match. Drew 71, Tyson 69. Drew wins. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So Drew pretty much ready to turn. So Christian shakes Kane, and Rey Mysterio is actually in that segment too. Kane and Rey Mysterio's hand. Actually, he may not have been. Maybe I didn't put that on. Oh. He shakes Kane's hand. Good enough. Hyping up the 6-man tag. So this is hyping up the 6, even though it says the 1. 94 for the Christian, Ray, Kane, Cena, and DX 6-man tag, where DX and John Cena win. Christian turns on Kane. So let's complete the gimmick change. So his obnoxious gimmick, which is what we set him, only given an average rating. But the turn was successful. 80 for Orton, as he's just showing up preparing for his match. Teddy and Christian, 89, because Teddy's pissed at Christian. Why wouldn't he be? Basically screwed over SmackDown. 87 for the Punk and Orton match. So here we go. Here's the main event. Fingers crossed it hits the 90s. It is a heel versus heel, which is the issue. But two of our biggest names in the company, you'd think it's going to do okay. Surely. Surely. Here we go. It is going to be 91. Orton 100, Punk 100, 91 rated match. They have pretty good chemistry as well. Well, that sucks. It did have low storyline heat, which is an issue we had. Yeah, lack of a hot storyline. So that was an issue we had. So was trying to really bump that up before we got to this matchup, and I don't know if we were able to do it. Everything else went really well. Apparently Orton held back a little bit. Same with CM Punk, so that's interesting. And 100 for the ECW invasion, so that went really well, so that's great. And that should help out our ECW guys a lot. So ECW is officially here. They're on the map. Don't forget about them. There you go. So I might give some love. Actually, better make CM Punk happy because he lost. I'll give John Morrison the Miz some love. Because they had a good match. You forgot Rollins and Batista? You forgot to see it. What's with these 100 in-ring performances and low 90s? Yeah, it's just a couple other little factors factoring in, you know, like holding back, morale, heel versus heel. I knew it wasn't going to get 100, but I was hoping maybe 93, 94, 95. But 2.76 buy rate. Tyson Kidd doesn't connect with the fans. The kid has a little upside. Shawn Michaels said that. Ouch. So that's bragging rights. Done. Let's take a look at some of the changes in popularity. So Batista. Wow! Batista up to 87. Whoa. So Batista and Rollins, what a feud. It's saving Batista's career. Batista went down to 82 when he changed brands. For him to get up, wow. That's why you don't book heel versus heel main events. Yeah, I mean, look, ideally we would have kept the belt on The Undertaker, but for SummerSlam we want to do Undertaker and Orton. So for the longer situation, having the belt on Orton is more beneficial, but ideally we would have liked Undertaker and CM Punk, and that would have been a lot better match, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. Beth Phoenix 68. Did she go up or down with the loss? She went up. So despite the loss, because she had a good match, it went up. That's good. Broken Matt 75. Okay. Well, CM Punk, despite losing, did he drop a couple points maybe? Like he went from 199 essentially. Oh well. That's okay. Christian into the mid-80s now with his heel turn, so that went well. Very good. So now Edge and Christian will officially be teaming up together. Maybe to take on Kane and Rey Mysterio at the next pay-per-view. At least feud with them, so we might do that. That would make sense for now. We didn't use Edge, did we? No. Who won bragging rights? SmackDown won bragging rights. Officially won bragging rights. Hulk Hogan. We're going to give Hulk Hogan a SummerSlam match? What do you guys reckon? The Hulkster, one more match? One more run, brother? I don't know, maybe. I kind of wouldn't be against it. Look at Rollins. We'll get to Rollins in a minute. Cena. Back to the 95. So ideally we'd like Cena to be 100. So it's disappointing, but it's okay. Morrison. 87, 88. He's ready, folks. Morrison's ready. Give him that world title. He's ready. Damn. On fire. Very good. Kane. Mid-80s. So he's gone up as well. That's good news. Katie Lee. Did she go up? She lost in the end, didn't she? I thought... Yeah, that's right. I thought she won. So, she still probably went up or stayed the same anyways. Didn't matter. Kofi, I think, went up as well. Despite just that segment. Is that right? 84? Maybe not. Possibly. No, he definitely did. Yeah, he definitely went up a few points. Hogan vs. Cena. Hogan vs. Punk. Save it for Mania, brother. Jeez, I don't know if Hulk Hogan can wait to Mania. He's ready to go now. Hulkster's ready. And plus, Hulk Hogan's stats will diminish so greatly by WrestleMania time. If you're going to do it, you might as well do it now. Henry, jeez, he's going up. That segment they did at the end has really helped out ECW's guys. I'll tell you what. Let's have a look. MVP. Yes, MVP nearly at 80. What the hell? Kennedy's gone up as well. He's in the mid-70s. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That's great. Really good news. Orton now, 97, 98. Good news for him. He's our main guy on SmackDown. We need his popularity to be near 100 if we can. Ray's getting close to 90. Brilliant. I'm so happy about his. Seth Rollins. So, he got destroyed, but his popularity still has improved. So, he was at 56, 57, 58-ish. So, he's now, you can see, yeah, maybe a couple little bump ups. Not a lot, though, but it's getting very close to 60. Hogan vs. Vince, Hogan vs. Cena, Austin and Hogan. Shawn Michaels 97. Didn't use Sheamus either. Man. Shelton, we used him in that segment up to 70, mid 70s. Fantastic. Yes. This is brilliant. This is really good. Really, really happy. And The Miz going up as well. What a pay-per-view. This has been fantastic. Triple H 99. Tyson Kidd, I think he went down maybe 65-ish. Yeah, probably went down. I'll have a quick look to make sure of it. No, he went up. He was 64. He's gone up a point. There you go. Everyone's going up a point. You get a point. You get a point. What a pay-per-view. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Happy days. Get Jericho. Wow. Get Jericho on the world title feud. There you go. That's all it takes, ladies and gentlemen. You have one good pay-per-view and things will turn around. That's awesome. ECW is now on the map. Bet Tommy Dreamer, I didn't check him. So Dreamer, well and truly back into the 60s, which is good. Because he was in the 50s, so he's now in the 60s. Well, he was maybe a slight little bump up, but that helps him. We needed that. We really did. We really needed that jolt for ECW. And we've gotten it. It's fantastic news. CM Punk wins the award for Best Overall Worker in Wrestling today. Ooh, there you go. CM Punk gets it. I thought maybe AJ Styles would get that. Punk gets it. Change Cena's picture. What's wrong with Cena's picture? What's wrong with that? You don't like the smug look on his face when he gives you a bad match? When he gave me that terrible CM Punk match at WrestleMania 88, he gave me this same smug look. This stupid, shit-eating grin on his face. You don't like that? Let Bryan win the title at Mania from Henry. Mark Henry will not be champion by Mania, I'll tell you that now. Mark Henry's losing at SummerSlam to Kofi Kingston at this stage. Check Uha Nation. He's not in it. Not in it. Not in it. Call up Sweet Puppy Sanchez. Well, Sweet Puppy Sanchez, when he got beat up by Chris Masters, gained a bit of popularity, so he's getting there. Brody Lee. Brody Lee, bad popularity, but his stats-wise, not a bad brawler. Basics is not great. Only 28, still very young. Do we need to sign him? Stats aren't really improving, are they? That's an issue. If his stats aren't improving, you probably need to sign him to get him in developmental to make him better. I don't think he'll take a developmental deal. No, I knew it. It's annoying. Bury Cena a million yards from the ground and release him? No. Cedric Alexander. Oh, God, how old? He's not in it. I was going to say, how old would Cedric be? Can you show how tragic Hornswoggle stats are? Okay. Let's open it up to get the pretty little graphic. His stats are getting worse. He started at 20, he's going down. So he's got 19 brawl. Hardcore. The thing is, though, with hardcore, I consider hardcore skills like, okay, if you have 10 hardcore, you can swing a steel chair. You can swing a weapon. If you don't have 10 hardcore, that to me suggests that you can't even swing a weapon. You can't even pick up a chair and hit your opponent with it, which is like the easiest thing in the world to do in wrestling. Other than maybe throw a punch. Even if it's a bad punch, at least you can throw one. I'd say swinging a chair is even easier. So if you can't hit your opponent with a chair, that's an issue. And I'd say at least 10 hardcore would be required to do that. Effect properly. Hornswoggle can't do it. Wow, he's... What the fuck? 75 basics? Who makes this shit? He's got better basics than most of the guys in the roster. Hornswoggle. Oh, God. I tell you what, who's he got better basics than? I'm going to call them out. Alicia Fox. Better basics than her. Better basics than Balls Mahoney. That's a surprise. Nearly better basics than Batista. Wow. Nearly better basics than Matt. Come on, Matt. Carlito. Oh my God. Sign Goldberg. You know, I wouldn't be against it. Goldberg, 43. Can brawl. Basics is okay. Charisma's good. Star quality's good. Menace is good. Good popularity. You know, I wouldn't be against bringing in Goldberg for a year, for a run, for maybe a couple matches. Have him put over some of my young guys. I wouldn't be against it. If you guys want to see it, I'll make it happen. Can I use him as Finley's leprechaun? I have been. He's been feuding with Kennedy on ECW. Adam Cole. Oh, he's so young though. 20 years old. He's a rookie. He's terrible. Not happening. What's next for Cena? Well, that's what we got to work out now. What's next for everyone? So all these feuds, all these bragging rights feuds are done. We might keep that one though. Actually, nah, yeah, we'll keep this one. And we'll end this one here. So we've got Money in the Bank next, so we need to decide who's going to represent SmackDown, Raw, and ECW in Money in the Bank. So that's the next big decision. So what is going to happen there? You guys can help me decide who's going to be in what. Let's end this one. That's going nowhere. We're keeping this one open because that's still going to happen. Keep that one open. Yep. And this one. We need to decide who's going to challenge for the tag titles next. Who's going to challenge CM Punk next. What's going to happen there? Abyss would have been so good. Yeah, that sucks. We didn't get Abyss. Real bad. Can't you do a 9-man Money in the Bank match? I really don't think so. I think you can only do... You might be able to do 8. But 8 is odd. No, 8's not right, so it's got to be 6. Money in the Bank ladder match. 2 guys from each brand. Winner can get any world title. That's exactly what it's going to be, my friend. You are 100% correct. So CM Punk won it the last 2 years. There you go. Alright, so let's have a look. Let's figure out Money in the Bank now. So we're going to have qualified matches. Because why not? That'll fill in some TV time. So we've got 2 guys from Raw. So, do you go with the mega stars? Look at the star power here. Jesus. Do you go with the big stars of Cena, Michaels, Triple H, maybe The Miz, Batista? Do you go with one of those big names? Or do you go more towards these guys, Ziggler, Swagger, those types of names? I think Ziggler would be good. I might almost lock Ziggler in. Rollins, Batista. You could almost have Batista be in it and have Rollins screw over, cost Batista his title shot. So Rollins interferes and attacks Batista in the match and screws him over. Miz and Ziggler. Brendan, Jesus, come on. Get with it. Ziggler. Miz and Ziggler, I think would be good as well. Those would be my two picks at this point. Or Sheamus. We've done the dirty on Sheamus. We've got to start using him. He hasn't done anything since WrestleMania, poor guy. We need to turn him. Turn him in a feud with The Miz. So, Ziggler. So we'll say Ziggler and The Miz for now. For Raw. Because these other guys, Seth Rollins is very good. But he's feuding with Batista. So we could keep that feud going. So we'll go Miz and Ziggler for Raw. You guys keep track for me. You guys write this down so I can put it in later if I forget. For SmackDown. So we've got Christian and Edge versus Kane and Ray. So those guys are taken. John Morrison, we'll put him in. Morrison's in because he probably will win it. Morrison's in. Cody, Drew, or Ted. Cody, Drew, or Ted. Our upper mid-card on SmackDown's atrocious. And our mid-card. Ugh. Yep, Cody, Drew, or Ted. So, I will say Cody would be good. Cody Rhodes, 77. Drew is a little bit too low. He would have probably impact the match quality. So I think Cody and John Morrison will go in. Ted, a little bit low as well. And Ted is a guy I don't see as a world championship caliber. Cody's the star of the group. So I'm going to go Morrison and Cody for SmackDown. And for ECW, Kofi? No, he's already going to get a world title shot against Mark Henry, so we don't need him to have Money in the Bank. Henry's champ. Kennedy, I think would be a good shout. So Kennedy. And then you could either go R-Truth, Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin's been a bit of an MVP when it comes to Money in the Bank, isn't he? Shelton Benjamin, Matt Hardy and MVP are feuding. So R-Truth or Benjamin. So R-Truth or Benjamin, who do you pick? Let me know. Or you could go further down the card, and as you guys are saying, Daniel Bryan. But Daniel Bryan's so far below. He's a bit too far down the card. He's not quite there yet. Carlito, it's the same. You know, you don't want Bryan having a 65 rated performance and everyone else is having 75, 80. It's just going to drag it down. Shelton. Alright. Have to fix that up. I'll have to fix that up. So I'll keep Shelton in it, but just make him a minor character. And the other one as well, what was that one? we needed to change. Kennedy. Well, we could just add Kennedy as a minor. Add Kennedy as minor because he's got his own feud with Hangman going. And the other person was Shelton. So 2 from ECW, 2 from SmackDown, 2 from Raw. How do you guys like that? Is that a good Money in the Bank match? You got the high flying style of Morrison, the Miz. Morrison and Benjamin rather. Ziggler can do that. Ziggler and Rhodes, the technical style. Kennedy and the Miz, the cocky, charismatic side. It's got a bit of everything, hasn't it? I like it. I like it a lot. Truth isn't doing anything. Throw him a bone. I know. Maybe give him an ECW feud somewhere. How long is RVD out? 1 more month, 28 days, he'll be back. And that's right, Jim Ross is back. I was meant to do something at Bragging Rights, I forgot. I was going to have Jim Ross return at Bragging Rights to call the show. Knowing me, he's already set to call the show. So he's technically, that's already happened. Forget about that, it's already happened. So JR's back. So we might do something on Raw where JR comes back. So JR and the King can call Raw. Michael Cole or JBL. So Cole was doing double duty. Now JR can be back, do the show exclusively. And ECW can keep the 3-man team. Have RVD do a surprise Money Bank return instead. He wouldn't be back in time. It would be very touch and go. I'm not going to risk that. Send Truth to SmackDown. Yeah, you know, it's probably not a bad decision. Because we've got other guys ahead of Truth now. Well, in the babyface side of things, no, we don't really. You've got Matt Hardy, you've got RVD, you've got Kofi. So there's a couple of guys ahead of him. But not a lot. So there's still room for Truth there. And on SmackDown, he would definitely prosper as a top upper mid-carder on SmackDown. Absolutely, he would do well. Because there's no baby faces on SmackDown, really, in the upper mid-card. Everyone in the Money in the Bank match is a heel. Well, at the end of the day, Money in the Bank is a heel concept, isn't it? Yeah, everyone but Morrison's a heel. So you got one in there at least. And I think Morrison will probably win it. Either Morrison or Kennedy for mine would win it. I think Morrison would probably need it the most. But Kennedy, I could see him winning it and bragging and gloating about it. Could definitely work. And of course he won it at one point, but then he lost it as well. When he got injured, I think. He had to hand it over. Have it revealed that RVD set the invasion up. Yeah, I don't know. Ziggler, mid-70s. Yeah, it'd be good to give him the Money in the Bank, but he's just not quite there yet. It would take a lot of work to get him worthy of beating CM Punk for the world title, which, at the end of the day, that's what Ziggler would be trying to do. Morrison, you could believe in beating Randy Orton for the belt eventually. You just have to get the IC title off of him. But Morrison probably won't cash in for a while anyways. Maybe around Survivor Series they'll have Morrison cash in. If he wins, of course. Trade Truth for Ryder and have Hawkins and then let the Major Brothers team on ECW. They're already on SmackDown, so we don't need it. ECW has enough teams, whereas SmackDown does not have teams. ECW is the only brand with teams. So we're in June. We've got a couple more months till SummerSlam. I'm just thinking maybe about any call-ups, but I don't know if we're probably ready for that. Plus, we've already called up a few guys who are doing nothing. You could do an angle where Ray qualifies for Money in the Bank, but it's taken out by Edge and Christian and replaced by Morrison by beating Christian.
Something like that would be good. How long left for the stream? Not too much longer. It's nearly 3 a.m. for me, so I'm just going to wrap this up soon, but we'll just kind of maybe set up a few more storylines. So we've got the Money in the Bank. I want to set up a tag team storyline. So DX. Do we just... Oh, we need to set up a new world title storyline for Raw. So CM Punk. Do we have Triple H and Shawn Michaels just stay away from the world title? Or do we put them in there and not have them defend their tag titles for a month until Edge and Christian are ready for SummerSlam? Probably do that. But do we want to give away CM Punk and Triple H or CM Punk and Shawn Michaels on a pay-per-view? Just a random pay-per-view? I feel like we might do a number 1 contenders match for Raw. Who's going to take on CM Punk at SummerSlam? That is a damn good question. I do not know. Got Orton and Taker. We haven't figured out who's going to take on Punk. So Shawn and Triple H will be in a tag match. Cena, we've already seen it enough. I did not mean that pun, but we've done it. Seen enough of Cena. It was originally going to be Brock and Punk. That's not happening, sadly. Punk versus Jericho. Yeah, okay. But I was going to do Jericho versus the Big Show at SummerSlam. So that even rules that out. So do you go to your upper mid card? Well, then you go Booker T, Sheamus. You could do Sheamus versus Punk at Money in the Bank. That would not be a bad idea. Something for Sheamus to do. He's had world title matches in the past. As you can see, he had a world title match at TLC against John Cena. 98 rated as well. Very good. So Sheamus can go. So Sheamus and Punk for Money in the Bank may not be a bad idea if you need to have a world title match. Do Jericho Big Show at Money in the Bank? Well, I'd rather at SummerSlam. Maybe the alternative is a legend comes back. Maybe we do a legend instead, coming back for a match. And then we look at our big legends. Who have we got? Steve Austin. I'd like to do Austin and Punk at WrestleMania, so that won't happen. Jericho vs Big Show in a ladder match at Money in the Bank. The winner faces Punk at SummerSlam. I'd just rather do Big Show and Jericho at SummerSlam. I just feel like that's a good SummerSlam match. I didn't think about it as well. You could have Jericho and Big Show be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I didn't think about that. They're available. They could be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. They're not really on a brand though, are they? I don't know what they are. Punk versus The Rock. We don't have The Rock. So you got Punk versus Hogan. Just that's weird to say. Punk versus Hogan, yes. Hogan would probably produce 70 a rated match. Punk could carry him maybe to a 90. You wouldn't have it main event, but it'd be big. It'd be good enough. Punk gets the win, it would help his popularity out, and you'd use Hogan in that capacity. It'd be fun. Something different. We did want to use Hogan at a match at SummerSlam, so that could be the match. You do have The Rock? I do have The Rock, don't I? Yes, that's right, I signed The Rock. And again, with The Rock, I'd rather his return be at WrestleMania. But Punk vs. The Rock would be pretty sick. And again, I wouldn't want The Rock to lose, though. If he's going to come back, you don't want him to lose, do you? Interesting call. make a Money Bank 8-man match and throw Jericho Big Show since they're not in a brand. Oh, you may have just found the right decision right there, my friend. You have... I think you've... Magical Wood Chip. Well done. I'm going to give you mod because that was a good idea. There you go. Thank you for that idea. You've just fixed a little issue for me. That will give us a reason to have them take each other on in a way, create some dissension. Will they team up in Money in the Bank? Will they not? It'll test their relationship. It'll test their alliance. It'll test their tag team work. It'll test everything, and that is perfect. Thank you. We'll do that. And as for Punk, I think it's either going to be Rock or Hogan. I think I'd rather Hogan and save the Rock for Mania. Jericho, add him in. A Big Show. Rock vs Randy. I would love to see that too. Won't happen at SummerSlam because he's taken on The Undertaker, but down the line, Rock and Randy, I would love to see that happen. Randy vs Rey Mysterio, Money in the Bank. Randy... Well, Randy won't have a match, will he? Ray, Christian, and Kane will be busy versus Edge. Can you do an 8-man match? Yes. Have Show knock out Jericho? Yeah, you could. Jericho screws over Big Show because Big Show's turning face. Well, Big Show could knock out Jericho and just to turn face. Had enough of his bullshit. Give Brock a match. I'm not going to have Brock come back for one match and then leave for 6 months. What's the point of that? Hogan's skills? Nah. Yes, but it doesn't really matter about his skills so much. It matters more about this. 100 across the board, baby. He could do it. He could do it. Won't be great, but it could do something. And look, Batista's skills isn't great. Batista's not much better, as you can see. He's not much better at all, but Batista still hits 80s. So I'm gonna do. We're gonna do Hogan and Punk. Screw it. And I might have Sheamus versus Punk at Money in the Bank. So add Sheamus in. Rather see Hogan versus Cena. Punk versus Rock is better. We're going to do Punk versus Rock at WrestleMania or at some point. It'll happen. Just not yet. Or what do you guys want? You want Punk versus The Rock now, or Hogan or Rock? You guys let me know. If you guys pick Hogan or Rock, you guys pick. You guys want The Rock, you pick. Maybe then we could do Cena and Hogan instead, because we haven't got a match for Cena at the moment. Hogan will not be beating Punk. Punk will 100% be beating Hogan. There's no doubt about that. Will Punk beat The Rock? I don't really want him to beat The Rock, because I don't really want The Rock to lose, but I don't really want The Rock to have the belt, so it's a bit of a tough one, isn't it? And I'd rather have The Rock at WrestleMania and do Hogan at SummerSlam, because The Rock is a bigger attraction to me than Hogan. Hogan is like, oh cool, it's Hulk Hogan, so it's like a SummerSlam match. You wouldn't do it at WrestleMania, you'd do it at SummerSlam, whereas The Rock is like, holy shit, The Rock's coming back. You'd do it at WrestleMania. Maybe The Rock could win the Rumble, take on whoever's the champ at Mania. Hogan Cena Survivor Series. Yeah. There's a lot of Hogans, a lot of Rocks. It's hard. I'm going to go Hogan because, for one, if we can use Hogan to put over Punk at the end of the day. Hogan puts over Punk, does the deeds for Punk, helps out CM Punk. The promos will still be good. It'll still be a good feud. It may not be the quality of Punk and on The Rock, but we'll save that quality for a bigger pay-per-view of WrestleMania. Don't have Punk lose the title. Yeah, I don't want him to lose to The Rock. I don't want The Rock to lose. I don't want Punk to lose. So, the alternative is, let's just have Punk beat Hogan, which I'm more than happy for CM Punk to beat Hulk Hogan. I don't care about Hulk Hogan at all. I'm not going to give him the belt. I'm not going to push him, brother. Just going to have him lose, and that's it. Maybe have a match with Cena later on. If Rock's coming back for one more match, then Hogan now would probably be better. The Rock will probably have a part-time run. He's only 38, and he comes back around about this time next year. So about 2011 he comes back or whatever. So you could bring back The Rock, and he could have a number of matches for a number of years. Hogan though, Hulk Hogan, I don't think will make it to WrestleMania. His stats, let's have a look. Has his stats gotten any worse? Yes, he's getting worse by the day. Hogan's getting worse and worse. If you're going to do a Hulk Hogan match, you've got to do it now, before it's too late. Hogan is getting worse and worse by the minute. He's just lost 3 points as I just said that sentence. He's getting worse and worse. Got to execute it now. Got to go for it now. Austin vs Punk at Mania and Rock vs Cena at Mania. I think that's probably where we're going to be headed. I definitely think Austin and Punk is a match I always wanted to see, and we can make it happen. It's TEW. You can make anything happen. So we're going to make it happen at WrestleMania. Will the belt be on the line? I don't know if Punk will have the belt. I think there's a chance he might. The way he's going, why would you take the belt off of him? And The Rock and Cena, you could definitely do that as well. Now, do you keep Cena face? That's the question. Face versus face? Or do you make Cena heel? Don't know. But I definitely see those two matches lined up for next year's WrestleMania. We might save The Rock's return for that time. Can you bring in Sting? Sting's not far away. I think Sting and Undertaker could happen at WrestleMania. Sting is 119 days away, so that's what, 4 months away from his contract expiring. Sting and Undertaker, 2011 WrestleMania. It may happen. It may happen, folks. I think it's gonna happen. We're gonna get Sting. We're gonna give him a big contract. We're gonna bring in Sting, and we're gonna make it happen. Kurt Angle, yeah, a little bit longer, unfortunately. Samoa Joe, he might be coming. He might be heading over. So we've got some big matches planned. And that's the thing. It's a series. We don't have to give everything away now. We've got time. There's going to be SummerSlam next year. We have to figure out a big match for that. So if we don't do the match that you're thinking about now, there's always time to do it at another period of time. So save it for later. So Punk and Hogan, let's do it. Sheamus and Punk for Money in the Bank. It'll give Sheamus something to do. We'll turn Sheamus face. It'll give Sheamus a bit of a mini feud. Elevate him again for a little bit of time. Gives Punk something to do as well. Keeps him busy. And we'll bring in Hogan somehow. I don't know how we're going to introduce him, but we'll bring him in somehow. How long is Balor's contract? Balor's on pay per appearance. I can sign him anytime. Except he's with New Japan. So I guess you could say how long is his New Japan contract. How many years will you play? I'll keep playing until I get bored or you guys get bored of it. Simple as that. Still have a nice viewer base in here today. You got over 100 people watching throughout the whole stream, which is great. So you guys are still interested in it, so we'll keep going. WrestleMania 27 is the fantasy match card. It could definitely be that. And why not? Because at the end of the day, Steve Austin, he's 45. He can still do it. He can still go. He could have had one more match if he wanted to. He just didn't. Just didn't want to do it. He could have pushed his body to do it. Didn't want to. The Rock, 38, could easily do it. 100%. He could come back and do it right now. So these guys could do it. Hogan, oh, I don't know. Hogan's a bit of a stretch. You know, he did have TNA matches though that were abysmal at this period of time. So he was wrestling. So that's why it's not that unrealistic that the Hogan come back for a match. So, you know, these things will happen. Have Stratus help Punk beat Sheamus and Hogan comes out to even the odds. Yeah, I don't know. Do you really want Hogan to come out to give Sheamus the save, though? I mean, I don't know about that. I'm just trying to think. I'm not doing another show here because I don't want to start yet. I want to set up some more storylines and things like that once the stream's over. But I'm just trying to look at some other things to check out before we get ready to go, because it is 3 AM where I am right now. We're ready to wrap it up. We're going to be back same time tomorrow, so make sure you tune in again. I'll be back same time tomorrow, and we'll do another couple of hours tomorrow. And I'll try and do some a few shows off stream, so I'll try and get to Money in the Bank tomorrow, and we'll do that then. So, Flair retired from WWE at this point. Yeah, Flair actually signed with New Japan. He's a color commentator in Japan, believe it or not. So that was a weird one, but yeah. The TW superstars have birthdays. Yes. Apparently I'm 20 years old this month. Well, happy birthday to me. Yay. I would have been 20. I wouldn't have been. No, I would not have been 20. I would have been 15. No. So I've given myself a little few extra years on it there. So, yeah. But yes, they do have birthdays. I've seen it come out, make it seem like he's going to help Sheamus, but then turn heel and join the... No, he's not going to join the Straight Edge Society. Come on now. You should do the stream on Friday and Saturday. Well, I don't know. You guys would most likely be busier at school if I streamed at this time on a Friday. I have to stream it Friday night, so aka in the morning for me, which is actually Saturday morning for me, and I'm busy every Saturday morning. I play sport on Saturday morning, so I can't actually do Friday night, aka Saturday morning for me, so I can't actually do that. Otherwise I probably would, but I can't. I do need to stream this a little bit more. We do try and do a couple of shows every weekend. Is Zack Ryder's large friend, the Big O. What's his name again? I don't think he is in it at the moment. It's 2010, he wouldn't be in it yet. I'm just kind of stalling here. I might end the stream here. We've got pretty much nowhere to go. What am I going to do? When am I going to do another TNA episode? Probably tomorrow. I might do one. Might do one tomorrow. Yeah. We'll do one soon, probably. Yeah, probably tomorrow. Might make a few tomorrow. I've been really wanting to play TW all day, so tomorrow I might play a bit more. Aerostar. 25 stats are abysmal. No. Can you get Neville? Park? Well, we went through Neville earlier on. It's, you know, he's working enough where we don't need him to sign in. Have Hogan be brought in as a friend of the GM. Then leading up to Money in the Bank gets involved in the Punk Sheamus rivalry for Money in the Bank. Then the week before Money in the Bank, Hogan is attacked and it's revealed to be CM Punk. Not bad. Why are you such a big Hassan fan? You go and watch 2005 when Muhammad Hassan was on. He was lighting it up. One of the best heels on the show. He was tipped to be a star, big star. He was awesome. Great promos, great look. He was good enough in the ring, had a good presence about him, got great reactions, you know, heel reactions, legitimate heat, just had it all. I recently rewatched it all, and Hassan was awesome. I was so annoyed that they cut his push and he was never seen again. Sign Abyss, I can't. We tried, we couldn't get him. But yeah, Hassan, still some work to do, but when we get him, I'll bring him up. I don't think I'll push Hassan as much as I am in TNA, but I will make Hassan a decent mid-card talent. TNA would made him the friggin' man, but at the time, he just come off his WWE run, so he was pretty successful and had all the right attributes. We brought him back here really from nowhere and obscurity and bringing him back. Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett, 62 brawls, pretty good. Chain wrestling, mat wrestling, submissions, pretty poor. Basics, 76 is good. Mic skills, 73. Charisma, 73. Acting, 70. Star quality, 73. That's pretty good. Stats-wise, he's okay. He's got some more improvement to do, though. TW WWE 2002. Maybe. I've done a TW of WCW of 2001 up until 2005. So I've kind of done that time period. It's got the same basics as Hornswoggle. Yeah. Ridiculous. Rusev, still got some time. Who's close? Let's be honest. Who's a good worker? Great worker? I don't think we have many left. So we've got Asuka. Yeah, Asuka's pretty good. Just doesn't have the popularity yet. Colt Cabana, we brought him in. He's got pretty much everything you want. Good worker. Yeah, he's very close. He's still improving though. Cheerleader Melissa, we brought her in. I forgot we brought her in. Yeah, she's good. And Sammy Callahan, yeah, he's pretty good too. So those guys there are pretty close. How do you get moderator? Our moderators are given to people who donate $5 or more to the stream. That way I know I can trust you and you support the stream. Hassan was supposed to beat The Undertaker and then take the belt of Batista at SummerSlam. Yes! Yes, that terrible segment they did. It was bad. It was a kidnapping segment. If they didn't do that, they would have been fine. Hassan was going to get the belt. He was going to be the man. We could have been looking back at Hassan right now saying, man, he was a great heel. It could have been. In fact, Hassan would still be wrestling now. You know, but it just didn't happen. It's one of those stupid things that just didn't happen. It sucks. Hassan would still be in his prime. That's the scary thing. He'd still be in his prime now. Alright, well, that's pretty much it from me. I'm kind of stalling here. I've enjoyed chatting to you guys tonight. I've enjoyed playing through to bragging rights. It's been good. We had a good bragging rights. Next up will be Money in the Bank. Then we'll get to SummerSlam as well. So, big matches planned. Let's hope we can execute and have some big shows. We had a nice boost up from ECW today. Really happy with the progression we made. Very, very happy. Thank you very much for watching. Can you bring back a title? We just brought back the hardcore title. So we don't need to bring back any more. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed it. Same time tomorrow. I'll be back. See you then. Appreciate it. See you next time.